Hi everybody, I'm going to share a tool that we use right now to check for accessibility. It's called the Universal Design Online Content Inspection Tool, but we call it UDOIT, and this was created by our friends at UCF. What UDOIT does is it will scan a course and generate a report for us, and then it provides resources on what we need to do to address accessibility issues. And you can find UDOIT in every course that you teach. It'll be in the course navigation, typically towards the bottom. So you'll click on this, it says UDOIT, and then you can scan a course. It explains what UDOIT looks for, and I'll click this big green button at the bottom of the screen. When it's done scanning, then you'll have a report. You can scan through the report, and it'll identify any errors that need to be corrected in the course, as well as any suggestions for you. In this case, I can see that I have 8 errors. Some of them are related to lack of captions found in videos, and others deal with insufficient text color with the background. There's not enough contrast. And so I can scroll through and I can see my announcements, my assignments, and I can see the various pages, and it gives me a list of how many suggestions I need to address for each page, as well as the errors. And so I can see that my UDOIT page has 1 error. If I expand this, then I can see the details on that error. In this case, it tells me there's insufficient text color contrast with the background, meaning a good contrast would have very dark text on a light background or very light text on a dark background. So I can view the source of the issue, what's causing me the problems. Looks like I have something that says, what is UDOIT, a header of some sort, and then it tells me the code for that. It says, here's the code, and this is too light. This is a very light color text found on a white background. And so I can fix it from this page, or I can click to the actual page, and I can replace the color of the background with a color that is better. So right now I have a color, this is the hex code. It's a % with the alphanumeric numbers and letters FF9900. And so I can see that that's not a valid color. And so what I can do is I can darken it. I can work to darken the background or the text. So if I darken the background behind the text, then I can try and find something with a good ratio. I'm going to bump this back down. What I want to do is replace the color of the text with something that's a little bit darker. So I can click lighten and darken. Of course, lighten is going to make the ratio worse, but if I darken it, then I can try and find something better. So this is a good contrast for text. I can also use one of these built-in color palette schemes, or I can click on the actual hex color and I can find a color that maybe would work. So if I look for something maybe blue and darken up that blue a bit, then I can see, okay, that's a good text color. So I'm going to submit this. And now I can see that the color contrast issue has been addressed. I still see an error, but if I were to rerun this report and scan it, then I wouldn't see an error on that page. And now if I go to the page where the change was made, I can see that no longer do I have an orange text that is without enough contrast to be accessible. Now I have a dark text on a light background that passes the accessibility checker. And so this is one example of an issue that you can correct with UDOIT and how you can correct it. Sometimes you'll have suggestions, and these are recommendations for you to increase the accessibility. But first and foremost, you'll want to look at the high level and address all of the errors, because the errors are more pivotal that we need to correct right away in order to have an accessible document. And once you get those errors, then you can go through the suggestions and try and refine your course. And you can see just for this course, I've run several reports and I've been able to get the errors down from 76 to 8. And now if I were to run the report again, that would be 7 because I just addressed one. And the suggestions, I've addressed close to 40 of the suggestions, and I'll keep on working on that and refining this course. And this is a high-level overview of what UDOIT is and how we can use it to increase the efficacy of our courses and ensure accessibility.